Hi, if this is your first time here, welcome to my channel. Or if you're like me and you've been here before, welcome back. In today's video, I'm actually going to be admitting that I made a mistake on my cardigan. I need to fix the hood because every time I wear it, the hood seems to be just a little too far back. Now, I did actually start taking it apart, so I undid the center binding so it's not a hood anymore, it's just flat now. But I'm actually going to add just a few, start it from over here. So I'm going to redo the hood and I'm just going to start it, instead of starting from back here, it's going to start up here. So I made sure to mark it on both panels, and I'm actually just unwinding the hood now so that I can redo the double crochet mesh stitch, which as you can see, it's just a double crochet and then a chain one and then another double crochet. So I'm just going to keep unwinding and then we'll get to remake this hood just so that it fits a little better, because it is, well, let me show you guys. So right now, this is what it looks like on. Remember, like I said, I undid the center of the hood, so it's not together anymore, but this is what it would be looking like. And as you can see, the hood just starts a little too far back for my liking, so I'm actually going to bring it out to here. As you can see, I already marked it on both sides, so I'm just going to bring it up a couple more inches, which I'm hoping with the yarn from the hood itself, plus what I had left over from this project, I'm hoping that I can actually finish the hood and make it look the way that I want it to look now. But that's what we're going to be doing in this video, is just unwinding and then remaking the hood for my cardigan, just so that it looks better. I do still like the size that it was, so I'm hoping I can keep it as big as it was, because as you can see, I still do have a lot of hair, even though I've given myself several haircuts. But I'm hoping I can still keep it the same bigness that it had, or the same fullness that it had. I just want it to come forward a little bit more so that it doesn't feel as awkward, and so that the weight of the hood isn't literally pulling the cardigan back. So that's what we're going to be doing in today's video. So just join me while I unwind and then while I rebuild my hood. Let's get started. So here it is. The cardigan is hoodless, as you can see. And I got 2 cakes of yarn. This one is the smallest of the two. But I got 2 cakes of yarn out of the hood that I currently had. And as you saw previously, I already marked where I'm going to be starting the hood. So I'm just going to get started. Again, for this mesh, I did it a double crochet mesh. So it's double crochet and then chain 1, double crochet for the rest of the row. So you're not going to be missing out on much, but let's show you guys what it's looking like without the hood and off. Just the cardigan. Okay, so this is what it's looking like. If you remember, or if you saw in the cardigan video, I did make provisions in the neckline so that the mesh wouldn't stop. But of course, since we're just adding on to it, I'm not gonna go through the trouble of undoing this whole thing just to add mesh up here. So I'm just gonna start my double crochet like I normally would, and then continue row by row until I reach this, or stitch by stitch, better said. So I'll go from this side to this side straight across and just build it up until I get the height of the hood, like how I did the last time. And of course I'm going to show you guys how I do that, or you guys will be with me as I go rebuilding this hood. But I'm hoping that this will be far down enough so that it doesn't feel like the whole cardigan is just being pulled back, and the hood, actually the weight of the hood is evenly distributed, and so that it covers more the sides of my face as well. So let's get to crocheting. Let's add the hood back onto this cardigan. And in case you forgot, here's my beautiful cardigan with its heart in the back and the heart on the panels, and of course the heart on the sleeves. I still adore this cardigan so much, but we're gonna add that hood back on so that I can get back to using it like how I was. So let's get started. Okay, I'm ready to start, and I just wanted to show you guys how it is that I'm attaching the yarn back to the cardigan. So I made a slip stitch, or slip knot. I'm sorry, I made a slip knot with enough yarn left over so that I can sew in the ends. And I'm just gonna go into that first stitch that I have marked here. So it would be this one here. Put my hook through, then I just put the yarn onto the hook, tighten it so that it's not a big loop, and then I will just pull through, and of course yarn over and pull through to have my slip stitch holding the yarn now. So I'm actually gonna turn the project and from here I would start double crocheting. Now if you remember, I like to do the stacked single crochet, so that's actually going to be with what we have here now. We're just going to go back into that first stitch where I added the yarn into. I'm just going to go in, yarn over and pull through. Then I would yarn over the hook and pull through both loops to make that single crochet. Then we're just going to go into the second part of the single crochet. So that second leg of the little single crochet, we're going to go right into that one. Just yarn over again and pull through that one, and then pull through two. And now I have my stacked single crochets, which is one single crochet on top of the other, and that's going to actually be my double crochet. It's going to count as the double crochet to start the row. So from here I just chain one, skip one stitch, and in the next stitch we double crochet, and then again chain one, and then skip this stitch right here, so that in this stitch we would just yarn over, put in my hook, yarn over and pull through that loop, yarn over, pull through two loops, and we yarn over again and pull through the last two loops, and we have another double crochet. Again, you just chain one, skip one stitch, and double crochet into the next, and then again chain one, skip one, and double crochet into that next stitch, just like that. And as you can see, the mesh is working up. That's how I got the mesh on the rest of it, and I'm just going to keep doing that to build up the hood. So I'll come back, well, I'll let you guys see how it goes, or how my progress goes, but I'll come back and I'll show you guys a little bit more once I get to a reasonable part for stopping. Well, actually, I did just want to let you guys know, and for this first row I am going to make it different than the rest of them. for the other rows after this one, I'm just going to be doing, like I showed you, the double crochet in one stitch, do a chain, and then skip a stitch and do the next double crochet in that stitch. But for this first row, I'm actually going to increase. So for every fourth stitch, which would be the one that I'm on now, I'm going to add in a second double crochet into this, or I'm going to chain one and add a second double crochet into that same space. So I already have the double crochet and I did chain one already, so I'm just going to put the yarn back onto my loop, and you can see there's my chain stitch. So I'm just going to yarn over, go back through that same loop, pull through and complete my double crochet, and then chain one. And again, just like how we've been doing, we're going to skip one and we're going to chain in, we're going to double crochet into that next stitch. So that's one, again chain one, skip a stitch, double crochet into the next one, that's two, chain one, double crochet into the next, that's three, and now this is our fourth one. So like I said, again, we're going to do that increase. So we're going to double crochet into this stitch, and we're going to chain one, and we're going to come back into that same stitch and double crochet it again, and then chain one. And this is actually what they should be looking like little V's where I'm doing the increases, but it's just so that I have, like I said, I wanted to keep the volume and the fullness, so I'm doing this to try and keep the fullness in the hood. And I'll just continue increasing in this row, and then like I said, for the next row it would just be the regular double crochet, chain one, skip a stitch, double crochet into the next. So I'll continue this and I'll come back and show you guys once I've built it up to a better height. I'll be right back. Okay, so here is where I am so far on the hood. I did do the increases in every fourth stitch, as you can see on that first row there, where you see the little V's. They actually look super cute. But I did those increases, like I said, and I'm up to this height. Now, if you saw my original cardigan video, which I hope you did, I wanted to make a little heart, or at least two little hearts on the sides of the cardigan, kind of like to match the hood with the cardigan, not just in the colorway. But now that I'm remaking the hood and I have that opportunity to add the hearts in, I'm thinking of, well, since the hood is mesh, I'm thinking of adding one solid heart to the back. Since I did measure it, and this actually comes right up to the nape of my neck on the back of my head. So I'm thinking at this point would be the perfect point to start building out that solid heart in the center, so that way I could get it out to the height that I want the hood at. And then of course, when I finish the hood, close it up, and then I have a heart in the back of my head. I think it's going to be super cute. So just so you guys know, that's what I'm doing. And I do have a video up on my channel showing how to make the heart in mesh, or how to make the mesh heart in solid. You can just reverse the way that I did it, but that's what I'm going to be doing, just basically how I did it in that video, since it's also how I did it on the side panels, or on the front panels. So that's what's going to be happening next. I'm very, very excited. This hood is coming out beautifully. Okay, so I finished that first cake of yarn that I got from the original hood, and this is how high it is now. So I do want to show you guys how far I've gotten on the heart. That's on the hood. Sorry, just in case you couldn't hear. But this is what it's looking like so far. Okay, so right now I'm actually getting ready to add that second cake of yarn to see if that's going to be enough yarn to finish off what I currently have for a hood, which I'm hoping it is going to be enough. I feel like the size is actually going pretty well. It is wide enough, and like I wanted, it is covering my face pretty well. So I am happy with how thick I got, with how far out I have it, and I'm also really happy with where it comes to. I'm kind of tempted to just leave it how it is now, but I do really want the hood, so I'm just gonna keep crocheting, finish off the heart, and then hopefully in a few more rows I'll finish off the hood, and then I can come back and show you guys what it looks like. So I just wanted to check in with you guys. I'm about halfway up the height of the hood, and as I'm sure you can clearly tell, I added 2 more hearts on the side of the big heart. I don't think I'm getting carried away, maybe carried, but I'm not going anywhere. So I'm just gonna come back once I finish this big heart to show you guys how everything is looking. But as of right now, this is where I am on the hood so far, and let me just show you guys what it looks like. Okay, so I stand corrected. I'm more than halfway up the hood. So what I'm gonna do is actually just finish off the hearts and then finish off the hood. But this is what it's looking like so far. Here is how high it is, and this is from the back. So I'm really liking the placement of the 2 little hearts on the side, and of course the placement of the heart on the back is perfect. So I'm gonna keep going and I'll check in with you guys, like I said, when I... Here are the hearts finished on the hood. 1, 2, 3. I love the way they look side by side. The sizes of the small ones are perfect. Okay, so I finished making the hood. Clearly, I just came back to show you guys what it looks like, well, what it's going to look like once I finish seaming it in the middle. But this is so far what it looks like. It's a lot shorter than what it was before, but I love it. I'm definitely liking the way it's turned out now. And I do have a lot more leftover yarn, so we're definitely gonna have to do something with that. But this is what the hood's looking like from the back. Sorry, that's the back, the right side, and the left side of the hood. So I'm actually really liking the way that it's looking, the size that it's at, and everything that I've got it to right now. So I'm just gonna do the slip stitch seam to finish it. Okay, so I'm here just to show you guys how to do the slip stitch seam, which I hope is coming out clear. It does look a little blurry on the camera, but what you're going to do is, as you can see, the two little V's at the top of the stitch, it has two separate strands, so that's one here, and then the pink one would be the second one. So for this side of the work, I'm gonna go into this front loop, and then on this side of the work, I'm gonna go and find the loop that matches on the opposite side, and I'm gonna go into that back loop. So there, and then I would just yarn over and pull through all three loops to make the slip stitch. So again, it's that front loop on this top side and the back loop on the bottom side. You just go over your hook, yarn over, and then pull through all three, and that's how you make the little stitch. And again, it's front, back, pull through all three, and we have our little stitch, and it makes this cute little line here, but I'm actually doing it on the wrong side, so that way it's just flat. So I'm gonna keep going. So here it is, the new and improved hood. I made it, and here, just so you guys can see, the little parts, I feel like they fall on the perfect spot all over my head. Let me show you the back so you guys can see the big one. 1 minute. Okay, let's see if I can do this. But that's what the heart on the back looks like, the back of my head. And I just have to say, I really love that I made it smaller, that it's not as overwhelmingly large as it was before. It's super cute. It does still cover my head great. It's not as heavy when I don't have it on, and it doesn't pull the cardigan back anymore. So I'm definitely glad that I changed the hood, and I'm so happy with the way the little hearts look on it. They look super cute. Very happy. I'm also so happy that you guys decided to join me in today's video in modifying my hood and correcting the mistakes that I made. I hope that you guys were able to work on your projects, or if you didn't do any projects, I hope you enjoyed watching the video and just going through this journey with me. This cardigan is actually now officially finally done, and I actually do have a lot of yarn left over that was previously in the hood, so now I get to make something else out of it. Thanks so much for joining me in today's video and on our journey to finally finish this cardigan and to adjust the hood. I'm so happy with the way it turned out, and I'm so glad you guys got to be here with me as I get to finish it. It's beautiful. I just really hope you guys can make something like this and feel as proud as I do as well. And don't forget to subscribe to this channel and to like the video, and of course join me over on my Instagram at chaoticpearl_crafts, where I have pictures of this project as well as other projects that I've been working on, and I'll see you guys over there. Thanks for joining me in today's video. See you in the next one. Bye.